Good morning, boys and girls, mommies and daddies, and grandmommies and grandpoppies. Today's adventure is just plain old hide and go seek. It had been a very slow day at school. There was no field trips, and they had Glee Club practice, and they were getting ready to practice for the Christmas concert. Oh, that is going to be so good. And they already told their mama that it was going to cost $1 for each person to come. Wow. And so Mommy Piggy said, "That's okay, I've got $1." And so, meanwhile, she was busy sewing a dress so that she would look nice for the concert. It was Christmas concert, and so she wanted to have a pretty red dress for Christmas. And oh, this was going to be so nice. In fact, Patty Pig's mother asked Mrs. Piggy to sew her a Christmas dress, and so did Alice Alligator, Allie's mama. She asked, well, Mrs. Piggy was making money just, as quick as she could. So anyway, back to school. The boys and girls had a nice day, and they had done all their lessons, and they had went to Glee Club, and they went to sing. And so school was out, and everybody picked the boys and girls up from school. And they got home, and Little Bad Wolf came over, and Allie the Alligator came over, and Patty Pig came over, and even Sally Skunk came over. She didn't bring Sadie this time. And they said, "Well, what are we going to do?" And Patty Pig says, "Why don't we just play the games that we used to play when we were younger, like last year when we were 5. And, oh, you mean hide and go seek and Red Rover, come over, and all those different kind of games that we used to play? Yes, let's just play those for a while." So Sally Skunk said she would be first to hide her eyes and count to 100. Oh, boy. So she did, and she went behind the tree, and she hid her eyes, and she says, 1, 2, 3... And boy, all the boys and girls, they scattered. Well, the 3 little pigs, they liked to hide underneath the big mulberry bush behind the house, and everybody knew that, so they knew they couldn't hide there. But they said, "You know what, the next time we can hide there because they won't be expecting it because we didn't hide there the first time." Okay. Well, Little Bad Wolf had his favorite hiding place, too, and he knew he couldn't hide there. He liked to hide up in the tree that was in front of the house, in front of the 3 little piggies' house. So he thought, well, I better not do that because that's where Sally's going to look first. So they all went off, and they hid. And Sally says, 99, 100. Here I come, ready or not. She heard a noise, and she saw a twig fall. And she said, "Little Bad Wolf, you're not in your regular tree, but you're in that tree right up there. I see you." Little Bad Wolf says, "Doggone it." And Sally just laughed, and so she went on off. And she says, "Now, where can the rest of them be? Where is Patty Pig?" Patty Pig had jumped in to the rain barrel. Now, Mommy Pig loved to catch the rain in a big barrel because that was nice to wash your hair with. And sometimes when the pump wasn't working, she could always use the water out of the rain barrel to cook with. Well, not with Patty Pig in it. That was kind of silly. Now Patty Pig was all wet. So now Sally Skunk says, okay, 2 down and 4 more to go. 3 little pigs, they like to hide together. I bet the 3 little pigs are hiding behind that shed. That's the shed that Mama Piggy keeps the lawnmowers in and all their yard working stuff. I think I'm going to go and peek in the window. And so she crept over to the shed and she peeked in the window and she rapped on the window and she said, I got you, Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly. You're hiding in the shed. Gosh darn it. They all come out. And she says, don't worry. She said, you're not it. She says, I caught Allie the alligator the very first thing. Oh, boy, you did. Allie the alligator must be slipping. He must forgot how to play. And so she says, okay, now where can the little bad wolf be? And she's looking around, and she's looking around, and she's looking around. And she says, So she starts kind of running around the yard, and she's looking a little bit further, and she's looking a little bit further. Well, you know what? Little Bad Wolf, he was hiding in the corner beside the chimney. Now, he was in plain sight if you come around the house this way. But if you come around the house this way, you couldn't see him. And that's what Patty did. She came around the house this way. Well, the 3 little pigs walked up like this, and they saw Little Bad Wolf. And so they kind of stood out a little ways from the chimney so that Patty Pig wouldn't see the Little Bad Wolf. And after she went on around the house, they looked at Little Bad Wolf and they go, yes! And so they ran on back to the front of the house where Base was. And little Patty Pig says, I just cannot find Little Bad Wolf. And with that, Little Bad Wolf comes walking up to her and he tapped her on the shoulder. He was behind her and he tapped her on the shoulder and he says, boo! And she says, Little Bad Wolf. Well, after everybody had a turn to be the cover your eyes and count, everybody had a turn. Then they played Little Red Rover, Red Rover. They played hopscotch. Oh my gracious sakes. That's so much fun to play hopscotch. And then about that time, Mommy Pig says, it's kind of time to have supper. Anybody want to stay for supper? Because she knew that they would if they could. And so Allie the alligator phoned his mama and said, can we stay for supper? Can I stay for supper with Mrs. Piggy and Wiggly, Piggly, and Squiggly? And she says, well, do you have any homework? Yes, ma'am, I didn't get finished with some of my stuff. She says, young man, you better come home right now. Better do your homework. Mrs. Piggy, I'm sorry, but I can't stay because I got to do homework. And Little Bad Wolf says, I got to do homework too. We shouldn't have played today, maybe. And Patty Pig says, I guess I better go home too. So Mommy Piggy says, well, that's okay. She says, I understand. She says, boys, do you have any homework? Or did you not tell me and I just went and let you come outside and play? Well, Mommy, we got a little bit of homework, but not very much. And sure enough, they were done in 15 minutes. They were done with their homework because all they had to do was finish up writing their report, and they were done. And I think GrandMommy's done also. This has been a real short story, but sometimes short stories are good, and sometimes we have long stories that we continue from day to day, but we haven't done that for a long time either, have we? So, all you mommies and daddies, and grandmommies and grandpappies, be sure to hit the share button and hit the like button. And you can say a few words too. What GrandMommy's going to ask you to do, if you had any favorite things that you did when you were growing up, you can write those things down and maybe GrandMommy can use them in a story. So write your favorite adventures or write your favorite memories down of when you were a little boy or a little girl. And maybe you will hear all about them with the 3 little pigs. Okay, bye-bye.